So, good morning, students. Let us start with medical terminology class. So, medical terminology is a subsidiary subject. Medical terminology is a subsidiary subject for you. Okay. So, these terms are useful during your professional courses and your further study in this field. So you should know what is medical terminology. So I am mainly concentrating on clinical laboratory related medical terminology. Okay, clinical laboratory related medical terminology. So what is medical terminology? It is nothing but a language used to describe components and process of human body, medical procedures, diseases, disorder, and also in pharmacology and other allied fields. So medical terminology, it is a language. Okay, it is a code, you can say. It is a language describe different processes uh, uh, which occur in our body. So we can name it with short form or different word or meaning we can bring together. Okay, so diseases, different types of the disease and their nature, subclasses, everything we can bring together with one term or other terms. So it is a type of language. Medical, we can say it as medical language. So it also deals with the procedures, disease, disorder, also diagnostic field, diagnostic test. For example, OGTT, FNAC, whatever the name is there, what is the full form of that? Then what is the use of that? Where these terms are frequently used? These things you should know in brief. So, medical terminology is the vocabulary that medical personnels use to describe the body, what it does, and the treatment they prescribe. So, it is in simple language. It itself a medical terminology, itself a medical language. Okay, like code word. So we will see randomly some of the terms which frequently comes in our textbook. Okay, see, number one is etiology, means study of the cause of a disease. Cause means what is the reason behind the disease. Okay, that is the etiology, study of the cause of the disease. Disease may cause because of agents. These agents are etiologic agents. That is, the agent means factor. For example, infectious diseases, it may be bacterial cause, virus, or other microbes. So they are etiologic agents. Okay, etiology is the study of the cause of a disease. So what is the meaning of diagnosis? There are two terms used here. One is diagnosis, another one is prognosis. See, diagnosis is act or process of identifying or determining the nature and cause of a disease or injury through evaluation of patient history, examination and review of lab data. Lab data means clinical laboratory test. We use various tests, microbiology test or pathology, then different organ function test and all. So using this, cause of the disease can be found out. So the diagnosis is the act or process of identifying or determining the nature and cause of a disease or injury through evaluation of patient history, examination and review of lab data. Okay. So one more term follows, that is the prognosis. Usually this prognosis word comes after diagnosis. Actual meaning of prognosis is estimating the recovery history, estimating the chances of recovery, how patient recovered after treatment, after medicine. So for that there are different tests are required. So prognosis is the process of forecasting of the probable course and outcome of a disease, especially estimating the chances of recovery. Okay. So it is the nothing but prognosis is nothing but estimating the recovery procedure. For example, if for example tuberculosis, pulmonary tuberculosis, patient is diagnosed and treated, started treatment. So treatment goes as long as 6 months to 1 year. So given all the rifampicin, other medicines, after that doctor need to follow up. What is the need to follow up? Because whether patient is taking the medicine properly or patient body is responding properly, how to come to know. Otherwise there is a chance of side effect and waste of the medicine and all. So prognosis is follow up. They do many lab tests. For example, ESR, we call it as erythrocyte sedimentation rate. So before during the diagnosis of tuberculosis, it may be as high as 110. So after that prognosis, after the treatment, after 2 months again checking, 100 may reduce to 80. So approximately doctors will think that patient is responding to treatment. There are many other tests, lab or other tests. So to find out the progress of recovery, prognosis is important. Next common term is pathogenesis. Refers to the progressive development sequence of events of a disease from the time it is initiated to its final conclusion in recovery or death. That is the pathogenesis. Entire history it comes. Refers to the progressive development, that is sequence of event of a disease from the time it is initiated to its final conclusion in recovery or sometimes death. So it is a progressive development. Sequence of event is noted in this pathogenesis. It tells about the sequence of events, development of a disease from the time it is initiated to final conclusion in the recovery or sometimes the death. What is idiopathic? Idiopathic is disease with unknown origin. The exact cause is not known. Exact cause is not known. That is idiopathic. Disease with unknown origin. Okay. What is the meaning of syndrome? It is a set of medical signs. Remember that it is a set of medical signs and symptoms which are correlated with each other and often associated with a particular disease or disorder. See, syndrome is a set of medical signs or symptoms which are associated with a particular disease or disorder. Okay, that together we will call syndrome. For example, AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. There is not only one symptom, like in general we say something weakness or weight loss. There are other symptoms associated with other diseases, tuberculosis, extra, everything will may be associated. So syndrome is a set of medical signs and symptoms which are correlated with each other and often associated with a particular disease or disorder. Okay. There are two types, acute and chronic. Acute meaning is sudden onset. It is characterized by sudden onset or a rapid course. Example, we can give tonsillitis, appendicitis. So tonsillitis also within few days it develops sudden acute, okay, reddiness and other problems. Appendicitis also once it start symptoms, it is like 24 hours, it is sudden, okay. Chronic, slow onset or long duration. Slow onset, diagnosis only it takes more time, like diabetes is the best example. Some osteo bone related disease, such like non-communicable diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes are the best examples. Long duration, slow onset or long duration. These acute diseases shows acute renal failure, even myocardial infarction, in that acute AMI, acute myocardial infarction, acute renal failure, okay. Sudden, all parameters will rise up, organ disorders, everything will take place, that is sudden onset. Chronic means slow onset, okay. It is the wound. Wound is a type of injury which happens relatively quickly, in which skin is torn out or punctured. If skin is teared or punctured, it is called open wound, or a blunt force trauma causes a contusion, that is the trauma is bleeding, that is a closed wound, okay. So wound is a type of injury which happens relatively quickly, in which skin is torn or cut, or that is the punctured is open. It blunt with forces trauma causing a contusion, it is called closed wound. So in pathology specifically refers to a sharp injury which damages the dermis, okay, dermis of the cell, that is the wound. So we use the word incubation period. Incubation period of certain disease, okay, incubation of some viral disease or typhoid, whatever, it may be 10 to 15 days or a week. What is this incubation period? It is the time duration between exposure or contact to a infectious agent until signs and symptoms of the disease appear. Suppose if you contact with HIV antigen, until symptoms appear, between this period is called incubation period, okay. Any viral antigen is entered your body, that is the, from there actual symptoms, features start appearing, that period is called incubation period. So it is the time duration between exposure or contact to an infectious agent until signs and symptoms of a disease appears. For example, incubation period of chickenpox is 14 to 16 days, okay. So you will see some of the biochemical terms like OGTT we use in prescriptions, especially you see in a diabetic clinic. What is OGTT? Oral glucose tolerance test. We give glucose, and we after 1 or 2 hours we estimate the blood glucose level. So this is used for diagnosis of diabetes, OGTT. So OGTT test, if you see, it is in lab, it is oral glucose tolerance test. Similarly, one more word is there, oral glucose control test, we call it as OGCT, which is a random test for diagnosis of not diagnosis, for screening test for diabetes. Oral glucose challenge test, or we also call it as control test, OGCT. There is one name comes FNAC, fine needle aspiration cytology. Fine needle aspiration cytology, that is cytology means study of cell. So if any abnormal growth or process or growth is there, any part of the body, especially thyroid or even breast thyroid and all other parts, so there is a need of study whether this growth is malignant or cancerous or benign. So they take the fluid from such site, aspirate with fine needle. They aspirate means they remove with aseptic condition. So they examine for cell study cytology, that is fine needle aspiration cytology. So lab we get many smears with that. HIV. What is HIV? HIV, it is a virus, human immunodeficiency virus. What is the difference between HIV and AIDS? AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. That is the symptom started with the patient suffering. That is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. This syndrome is caused by agent virus HIV. Okay, that is the difference. So there are terms we use in biochemistry. Polyuria is excessive urination. Usually we 1.5 liter is the normal output of urine. If it is more than that, it is called as polyuria, in excessive urination, more than 2 liters maybe. Anuria is absence or suppression of urine, either complete absence or very less quantity. Anuria, absence or suppression of urine. Oliguria means less quantity is there but less. Oliguria, low urine output, usually 200 or 500 ml, that is less output. Anuria, almost absent. Polyuria, excess. There is some terms like penia and cytosis. For example, leukopenia. Leukocyte means it is WBC count high in blood. High WBC count in blood is called leukocytosis. Leukopenia means low WBC count, less than normal. Penia means less. Cytosis means high. Okay. So there are some test name like RFT, renal function test, LFT, liver function test, TFT, thyroid function test, ELISA, enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. This test, ELISA, is used to detect mainly antibodies and sometimes antigen in the serum. So it is a antigen antibody test. Radioimmunoassay, also detection of antigen or antibody, but here radio labeled isotope is used. That's why it is radioimmunoassay. So these are some of the terms. Some of the terms used in medical terminology, especially related to lab. Okay, thank you.